Harp Chatha is also, well, Harp owns an Aston Estate agent in Cleethorpes, 20 years experience, manages 200 plus properties. Harp, good to have you on. Just at the beginning, talking about that enforced entry, that illegal entry. Harp, good to have you along. That's illegal, isn't it? What happened?
Good morning, Nicky. Yeah, it's illegal. They can't just basically make their way into a property without giving the proper notice to the tenant.
And you've seen it all, right, Harp? You've seen that side of it, you've seen that side of it, and you've seen the other side of it. You've looked at life from both sides now. So what about this legislation? Is it a good thing?
Well, it's a vacuum. That's what it's going to cause. Both callers there, they've both got legitimate points. You've got the frustration from the landlord's point of view, if they've got rental arrears and property being damaged. But that is down to the managing agent, in particular if they've got one. Obviously, the managing agent taking care of the property, controlling it, the rental side of it. Then they can basically do regular inspections and it wouldn't come to this situation. On the other side, yeah, tenant, they have social issues, medical issues, and sometimes things can get too much. But really, it's the private rented sector in itself has become so saturated now. The reason also with the government, and obviously we all know the cost of living crisis coming into the play, that's the massive topic of conversation. So now everybody's got their own situation which they try and deal with in their own personal lives. So, I mean, the Section 21 was actually instigated in 1988, and they still haven't technically abolished it. Last time I read it, there was talk in 2019. So, non-fault evictions, if it goes ahead completely and people do carry these out, there'll be anarchy. Where will people sleep? Where will people be homed? Local authorities, they can only do so much. They haven't got the stock levels. And that's the same case in the private rented sector. And obviously,
what if someone's trashing your house? Did you say that they always do a Harp?
I mean, it's the nature of the industry, I'm afraid. You're housing people. I mean, and with regards to the pet situation, now, again, legislation's come out that you can't actually say no pets allowed. You can't actually say now when you advertise for properties, nobody on universal credit or any type of benefit. It's discrimination. So how far can landlords and managing agents go? They try their level best to house people. You've got to remember, some people out there, especially the renters, yeah, they're going to say, because I'm a managing agent, it's all about us. Well, it's not. We're in the middle. We're always trying to, put out fires wherever. But if you've got somebody who's got mental health issues, and obviously like this lady, this gentleman's on about, she had severe issues. I've had houses destroyed, excrement, human, maybe, or if people got pets. So the argument about pets and non-fault evictions, rental arrears is a common one. Then it's
can I ask you this then? What about the pets thing? Because that's big. Lots of people talking about that. If I come and rent a property, and I say, and of course, there's also there's my 10 dogs and my 15 cats. Do I
Six
now
snakes.
Let's not. I'm not. I don't keep snakes, but. Nor do I approve of that. But say I've got my 10 dogs and my 15 cats. Is there now an obligation to rent that property to me?
Well, pardon the pun. My pet is pets. Not saying that I haven't had any in the past, but somebody said, right, I've got a lovely little Chihuahua, house trained, and they turn out to be marauding large breed animals. So what happens then is you've got a house which, was in absolutely immaculate condition. The kitchen units have been chewed off. The door's been chewed off. Basically, you're left with a trail of destruction. I mean, I've done TV programs before, and I've shown this evidence. It's been there, proven.
Under the new legislation, Harp, this would not be a problem. The 2 large dogs would not be a problem. It's on the statute.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a problem, of course. And it's not indicative of every tenant. I've had tenants in 20 years with pets. It's like their family member. And a lot of people now have pets for their mental health. They're therapeutic. Only recently, a couple in the family moved in next door to my office in Grimsby, Cleethorpes and Grimsby Road. And they kindly asked, can we have a Chihuahua for our daughter because she's got various mental health problems? We said, not a problem, but we will do regular inspections. It wasn't originally agreed when we signed the tenancy agreement and all the relevant paperwork. So again, I think it is discriminating. I mean, how far can you go? discriminate against. But then on the flip side, the landlords say, well, no, I've had this. And that's why they are getting out of the sector, not just because of the issues with rental arrears and damage, but also because of the interest rate and what the government are doing. They're not really helping the landlords what they need. Again, I've already put this point out there. You're homing people. You're not giving them a car that you're going to rent and give back in 4 days. It's a home. Treat it like one.
What a trying time. Harp, just, towards the news. Brilliant calls. Abby, thank you so much. Adam, likewise. Harp, trying times. But we've seen the challenges for tenants. We've seen the challenges for landlords. Give us a 20-second upsum.
Well, not going to be too political, but don't you think the government have made a rod for their own back with the housing situation regards to immigration? The more people that have come into the country, yes, they need to be here, but obviously it's pushed out the people that have lived here for generations, for years and years. And it's come to the situation, it's breaking point. It's a crisis.
Breaking point, it's a crisis. Thank you, Harp.